Good game for us, especially in the second half. I thought our guys were, I told them we were going to play against this really scrappy team. And so obviously you're going to look at their record and you're going to say, man, God, they're not very good. But, you know, what I did is I looked at the Seton Hall game where they were up at halftime, and it was a battle all the way through. And then I'll tell you what really got my attention is when you watch the Florida and Texas Southern game and you think about how they played. And so, you know, in today's college basketball, if you're not mentally and physically ready to play any game, it looks like anybody can beat you on any given night. And so I'm glad to get away with a good win. I thought our guys responded in the second half. We did a much better job on French in the second half. He had 12 points at halftime and then only 2 in the second. And I thought some guys, you know, Taquavion's playing better as a freshman. You know, obviously I got to live with his mistakes until we get Casey back. I didn't think Darion or Cam played great. But just like Darion, you know, he still ends up with 16 and 14. So what do I know as a coach? So questions?
Did you intentionally, did you want to schedule this type of game before going to Brooklyn this weekend and playing one of the top teams in the country?
You know, Jonas, I wish I could tell you how it was scheduled. Some of these games were scheduled so far ahead. And so I wish I could say, hey, I chose to play Bethune-Cookman before these guys. I don't know what order they came in. I may have had this game scheduled. I may have, you know, I don't know what it was.
So, but are you glad you had this kind of scrappy battle to the wire game before you guys went to run?
Well, I'm just glad we got a game and we won a game before. You know, obviously in this program we talk about when you lose a game, we're sick. And so we wanted to get well, and obviously losing to Louisville and then coming back and getting a win to get back on the right track.
It felt like a game where you guys were trying to find the three-point shot. 23 attempts, only 7 makes, but how important was that to see some shots fall before you play against a team like Purdue on Sunday?
Yeah, it was good, Corey. You know, the tough thing about this building, this is a great building, unbelievable place to play, but it's not really our home venue. And I know people are like, man, what a great place is on campus. So before we played today, we practiced in here twice because there's so much going on. So we have to adjust, even though this is a great place to play. I love playing here. I think this is an outstanding venue. We don't practice a lot, so a lot of times it's almost like playing a neutral court game. And so for us to get in and make some shots, and I thought we found our rhythm a little bit early. I would like to make some more, but I thought our guys did a good job, you know, taking good open threes and making some of them.
Has Ernest moved ahead of Jalen?
He was today, and I think that's going to be a revolving door. You know, when I went into this when Manny went out, I thought it could be one game Jalen starts, one game EB started, and Ernest come along slow. Well, EB's kind of moved a little bit further than everybody else, and now I think to get the other minutes, it'll come down to Ernest or Jalen.
When you're not in that rhythm earlier, what do you stress more time about? Is it fast break points or good plays on defense?
Just when we're not in a rhythm, I want us to defend. You know, we talk about all the time, if you're going to win a championship, you got to win all type of games. You got to win the ugly games. You got to win the games when you're up 20, down 20, when things are not going well. Don't let the game get away from you because you're not scoring.
And speaking of defense, he won't jump off the stat sheet, but Breon passed the defense on the perimeter. How did you kind of rate that today?
He's getting better. You know, where we at, Jonas, it's so tough because I don't know that there's another ACC team or another team in the country outside of maybe Duke and Kentucky that you want to try to get 3 freshmen into a rotation. And right now, because of Casey being out and Thomas not playing great right now, we're playing 3 freshmen and trying to get Taquavion and try to get Breon minutes and then find a way to get Ernest Ross. But Breon brings a lot to our program. He brings a lot to our team. He's probably one of our better on-the-ball defenders, and we got to figure out how to get him some more minutes to play.